Hello everybody, my name is Markiplier and welcome back to SOMA. I just wanted to give an update on the main screen here. The eyes are starting to crack around the edges a little bit. The face is obviously pulling farther apart. The red light might be a bit brighter than it was before, and I have noticed that the face looks like it's just projected on multiple layers of machinery going back and back into the darkness. So, that's cheerful. Anyway, back to the game. Alright, before we get too back into it, I just wanted to say something that kind of profoundly affected me after my last choice in the last episode. I haven't had a game that after I was done playing it, I debated in my head for hours if I made the right choice. I haven't done that in a game. I can't recall a game where that's happened before. But what's interesting about this is that I don't even know if it's an until dawn situation where my choices here affect the outcome of the game. I really don't know. And the best thing that I can do is kind of trust my heart and trust my first instincts on what to do in these situations, because I've got no idea what's right. I literally have no clue if I'm doing anything right. So I will go forward.
I can figure this out.
Can I? I have no idea if I can. I'm not terribly smart, mind you. I already did the dangled duty. Oh, there we go. Okay, I got it. Alright, cool then. I did it! Now can I throw the switch? No? How about now? Boink! Oh, there we go. I didn't push it in all the way. Well, how was I supposed to know? Alright, there we go then. I figured it out! I solved your okay. Oh, all right. I'm assuming that was supposed to look like a face and mouth opening up to some subtle imagery about how I'm about to be eaten whole. I mean, yeah, we're all very impressed by your giant door. Okay, can I go in now? I just want to get on good terms with Bubble Butt again. That's literally my only desire right now. I just want to be good. Hello. I'm a good person, right? I do good things. I make good choices. Maybe. Okay, achievement unlocked. The Dun Bat. Oh, okay. Oh, it's just a big version of the other things I was walking into. So what I'm assuming is that this is Theta right here. This is Theta, and this is supposed to get me to where I need to go as far as getting to the Ark. And in the Ark, maybe I'll be able to load up my consciousness into it and then be able to live forever in a dream world. Hello. And we're back. Left, right, up, down. Everything seems to be where okay. Well, this is all very impressive, but there doesn't seem— no.
Anyone there?
I was about to ask the same question. There didn't seem to be anybody here.
Well, Catherine, we found Theta.
Yep, we sure did. Catherine can't hear me right now because she's in a box. Oh, there seem to be weird growths in here too. I really do wonder what this is all about, because the enemy that I found earlier was also covered in that in the head hole region, but he seemed to be giving off a lot of electromagnetism. Is that blood? That might very well be blood. Alright then. Anybody in here? Any other robo-humans? Robo-humans! Hello? Anybody? Oh, this? No? Yes, no? Maybe I should have just followed the blood, because the blood was the most obvious thing anyway, so yeah, of course, I was supposed to follow the blood. Bink! Boobity-boobity-boobity-boobity-boo! Oh, no. Oh, no, I need a better chip. Do I have to kill another robot? I sure hope not. Okay, so I gotta do something to find another chip somewhere around here, or else I'm never gonna be able to go where I need to go. So, oh, I see. Okay, I get it. I know what I need to do. I need to break something. I need to not use my brain. I need to use my brawn. I need to use my LeBron James. Kobe. Crap. Hang on. Another basketball Larry Bird. I did it. I made a sports reference thing. I know sports. Baseball. Oh, here we go. Okay. Boop. Catherine, help.
We're here?
Yep.
We're here.
Yep.
Okay, great. Time to hijack ourselves a submarine. There will be nothing stopping us when we have the Dun Bat.
Really?
You guys sure have a lot of machines and vehicles down here. What makes this one so special?
It's the only transport that can go into the abyss without cracking like a can of soup.
Cans of soup don't crack.
Then how did they get the Ark down the abyss in the first place?
That's a good question. I suppose they did it the hard way and just Walked.
Didn't realize that was an option. Kath, what's it like inside the Ark? Is it like a movie or virtual reality?
No, of course not. It's, like real life, but slightly better. Pleasant temperature, clean air, good weather.
So people in the Ark just walk around pretending it's the real world?
You don't have to pretend, it's perfectly immersive.
And it can just sustain itself?
Yes. Attached to a probe fueled by solar panels, it could survive for thousands of years.
That's amazing. Just thinking about the Earth being what it is and us setting out to save the final remains of humanity, it's...
Heroic.
At least it feels worth doing.
Here we go. The Dunbat.
The Dunbat!
Oh, damn it. I knew it was too good to be true.
Of course.
What's wrong?
Seems to be infected.
It's quarantined. Hold on. We need a security cipher.
How bad is it?
It's we don't write these things down type of bad.
Maybe someone's still around who can tell us what it is.
Sure. Let's go with that. I'll just unlock the other doors for you so you can explore the station.
Okay, sounds good. I'm glad that this is all happening, and I'll be exploring alone, and you'll be carrying along with
We need to find
me.
someone who knows the cipher. It's the only way to fire up the Dunbat.
Oh, unless you're gonna stay here without
Find
me.
someone who knows the security cipher.
Wait, I thought you were being sarcastic about that, assuming that everyone would be dead or turned into machines, but I guess if they're a machine, I can talk to them then. But I don't know what it is. Maybe it's a deep philosophical thing that I have in my heart? But it just seems kind of sad, not heroic, because the last remnants of humanity will go on drifting into space, living a purely meaningless existence as they wander around, unable to sustain itself and eventually just dying when the equipment fails. Isn't that sad? Alright, wait, anyway. I'll leave that up to you guys because honestly, I'm not qualified to answer those questions. Okay, so I'm here, the Dunbat is over yonder way. I need, whoa, that doesn't make any black box beacon. I'm assuming that means other people or machines.
Looks
That
like
doesn't.
all your friends moved downstairs.
Why abandon the gate? And the habitat? That's so strange. I don't like this at all.
Something tells me. Oh man, dead, missing, dead, 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 missing, missing, dead, missing, 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 dead. Okay, so there's some people that aren't dead, and there's a bunch of guests from other stations. Is there anyone that seems to stand out in all of this? Let's see, none of these names look familiar. I don't see Mr. Munchie, so he's obviously long gone. Okay, I guess that's it then. I'll be on my way. Don't mind me. Hopefully you can communicate with me through the intercom system, and hopefully I'll be able to talk better. Someday, one can only hope. Oh, that doesn't look good. Can I go through here now? Boop-a-boop. I don't have an Omni tool. What door did you unlock? Hi, Catherine! What door did you unlock? Oh, I was supposed to walk her towards these things. How could I not have known that? Hello? I'm gonna go in the other one first because it looks more diabolical and that's probably where I need to be. Ooh, this looks lovely. I'm gonna not. I'm gonna go the other way. Because just in case this has a temporary thing that I need immediately. Now this doesn't look any better at all. I'm completely wrong about everything. In fact, this looks even worse than the last one. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna die
Why would they all leave
very
this
soon.
floor?
I don't get it either. It's like they all just cleared out.
Maybe they were forced out by horrible monstrosities created by the cancerous growths all over the ship. It's only a guess. It's just a theory. Again, theory. Can I use this? No. I'm a machine. I'm programmed not to kill. Or something, I don't know. Probably not. That's probably a lie. Boop-a-boop-a-boop.
What's so
Hello?
interesting downstairs? Labs and options. Maybe the shuttle station.
Should we go check?
Rather not. Got a bad feeling about this.
You got a bad feeling about it? I almost had a heart attack. Screw you. Hello. Rub you for good luck. My version of rubbing is throwing on the floor. Oh, crap. I hate bathrooms. Hello? Hello? I mean, while I'm pondering all these theoretical questions, I sometimes forget that I'm actually playing a horror game made by the company that does horror games better than pretty much anyone else. Oh, hello. I thought you were an eye staring
Maybe they
at me.
wanted to keep close to the shuttle station in case something went wrong.
Oh, sure.
You're really stuck on that one.
I'm just worried about my colleagues.
Uh-huh. What about the you that's walking around? That's probably not to do. Oh. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Was I supposed to be checking in the toilet seats? Because I didn't kind of want to do that. I don't even know if I'm supposed to be around here. It's probably all fruitless tasks just looking in the toilets. What kind of weirdo am I that whenever I walk into a place, especially one with bathrooms, I immediately go and check all the toilets? Who would hide something in the toilets? You son of a bitch, game. You're not gonna distract me from the fact that I know that you're terrifying, but I don't want to remember that. Ugh. I mean, we've barely gotten into the meat of the game, so I imagine there's going to be quite a lot happening. Why did they seal all the doors in? I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I don't like this in the least. This is absolutely the worst. Hello? Who's there? Whoa. Is that a Final Fantasy VII poster? Or is that the asteroid that came and destroyed the world? Best to put that on a poster on your wall so you're always reminded of your impending death. Oh, that's not good. Is that from the movie Sunshine? Alright. What am I looking at here? Is this a detonator of some sort? Power sources, batteries, electrical diagram. What is going on over there? Okay. I'm hearing a lot of bangs and clangs, and because this is a new game, I don't necessarily know which one's gonna be a bad bang or a good bang. Oh, Catherine Chun. Catherine, found your room.
Hey, that's my room.
Hey.
Want me to bring something? A souvenir?
No, it's just memories.
What about this?
Your teddy bear could use some repairs.
Toby always breaks. He's top heavy, so he keeps falling over.
So put a weight on the bottom.
I seriously doubt you'll find anything useful in there.
Okay. You don't know that. I'm gonna look very thoroughly through all your personal things. Hello. Oh!
Old fan.
Thanks. Reminds me of Taipei, my hometown.
I didn't realize you were from China. Asian. I might be wrong there. Don't judge me. I have no idea. Taipei's not. Is that in China? Wait. I'm sorry. Ignore everything I said. Imogen Reed tested a machine today. It was clearly corrupted by the WAU, but more importantly, it was assembled in a seemingly primitive way, like when someone has specifically created it for WAU to steal. When activated, the machine mimicked the room and Reed along with it. At some point, she was scanned and then loaded as a simulation inside the digital space. The presentation shocked Reed and was quickly terminated. It scares me how much of it reminds me of my AR capsule. After dissecting the vivarium machine that Reed activated, it's clear that WAU copied my capsule project and constructed the scene to hold the Reed simulation. It's actually very similar in its construction except for one point. Where my capsule houses flat people constructed from the model neurographs, but the Vivarian's brain scan lives on. It isn't limited by its content from the originating brain scan Reed emerged. The Reed inside the Vivarium was a perfect copy. I have it, I can save humanity, I can build an artificial reality capsule that can hold every living member of Pathos 2. I can't figure out how it worked with the Vivarium, but I can replicate WAU's scanning technique using the pilot seats. They are already prepared with the type of electromagnetic drums needed. It's even easier than I thought. I guess that explains the Mockingbirds, stolen scans, pilot seat, basis for intelligence. Surprisingly positive reaction. Scan all people we can find and load them in the capsule, then we'll launch it into space using the space gun. Let's see. Mark Serang killed himself after his scan. He has been suggesting everyone should kill themselves as it would somehow allow them to actually get on the Ark. I'm not sure how that would work. It did trigger a lot of arguments among the staff, and apparently it's my fault somehow. Strommeyer was not happy with me. Hope he'll calm down. Okay, Richard gave me a set of AI templates I haven't seen before. Unfold one of them to make a new friend, Capsule Catherine and her gang of legacies. New way to simulate turbulence makes the weather system so much better implemented. Reed didn't go well. New try with Reed. Reed won't play nicely with others. She is too real. So Reed is the scan from the Vivarium, but the Vivarium, from the WAU, apparently this idea wasn't hers originally. Like, they talked about the WAU as being a rogue artificial intelligence and more like a cancerous growth than anything smart, but there was some reason why it was copying people in the first place. Like, why was that? That is a weird thing. Excuse me, chair. Pardon me, a lot of questions here. Not a lot of answers.
What's the little projector? Looks homemade.
Ooh.
That's my attempt at building a vivarium. It's kind of a proto-ark.
Uh-huh. So what, did you find the vivarium or something? Whoa, what is that?
You have a lot of toys.
Well, you don't have anything more to say about that? Exercise for the weak. And the people with not robot
What's with
bodies.
the junk? Looks like something you'd fish out of the ocean.
Huh? Oh, you mean... Yeah, that's a part of Reed's vivarium. It's a long story, forget it.
Oodle doodle doodle doodle. Look what I got, Miss Catherine. Okay. What? Not gonna talk about this? This is weird. I'm grabbing your underwear. Not weird at all? Not weird? Is this weird? Why aren't you talking about this? Why aren't you mentioning this? I'm being weird. Talk about how weird I am. No? Alright then, fine. Welcome to the whole episode where I creepily look through all of Catherine's stuff. This is the guy that killed himself. It's not good. Dear friends, when you read this, I will have entered the Ark. As I've explained, this is accomplished by... Wait, oh, here we go. By ceasing to live as your scan is being completed. Do not frighten Catherine. I will do this in secret by folding cyanide salts in chewing gum and placing it in my mouth before seeing her. When I hear her announce completion, I will bite down, quickly causing my own demise. When you discover the truth behind my death, know there's no tragedy to mourn, for I am victorious. I advise you all to do the same and join me inside the Ark. That's probably not how it works at all. God, I don't understand the reasoning behind that, but that is one of the great thought questions that comes with all this.
The human body consists of up to 75 trillion individual cells.
Uh-huh.
They typically don't stay with us till we die. Some live a few days, while others live a few years. We're not affected by their short lifespans, as they're replaced by new cells, which help sustain our bodies. I don't think anyone would argue that we ever lose our persona due to this process. Yet we are clearly in a constant state of transformation. Then how do we remain the same? A continuous flow of thought and perception keeps an unbroken chain of continuity that we know as our self. Our conscious mind is not the pattern of our brain, but a continuous emergent entity based on that pattern. When Dr. Chun populates the Ark, she is capturing a moment of our existence and placing it inside the digital world. Soon you and your digital you will grow apart due to diverging experiences, but for a tiny window, you are the very same. With unbroken continuity, it will live on. A fulfilling life, no doubt, no less real than the one from which it was plucked. Now remember, you are not your body. You are the emergent entity. That entity just happens to occupy two places at once for a while. If you took away your body, you would simply be the only one you can be. The you inside the Ark. Let your body die and continue on in the digital paradise among the stars.
See, that's the reasoning behind it. That's what a lot of people say, especially when this comes up. And there's actually, I've been reading up a lot of discussion about this too, and that does come up a lot because they say, as it's obvious, that there's a lot of philosophers out there. Internet armchair philosophy. Oh gosh, this doesn't look good. Armchair philosophy. Ugh. Yeah, I get it. Not good. Ooh. Hello. This looks fun. So it's a big thought thing. Like your cells replace themselves entirely. Every single atom in your body changes out. Like what is it? Every 7 years? Every 10 years? I forget what the exact time frame of it, but every single cell in your body is replaced. Everything, and not just cell. Every single atom in your body is replaced, cycled out, made from new, yada yada yada. So it's really interesting to think about all of that as a continuation of who you are. Like, are you a different person because 7 years ago you were physically, literally a different person made up of different molecules that may follow different individual rules and nuances and stuff? It's a confusing thing, and like, who am I to say my answer is right compared to that answer? But it's just like, in my understanding of it, that Alright, we're all dying anyway. I'm all in, I put my face in Sarang and the continuity. Yeah. Yeah, because that's the thing. Like, like everyone knows one constant in all this philosophical debate about what you have and what could be and what not could be. You think that, you know, you are you, but everyone can accept the idea that the you that you are will eventually end. Like, there's a set beginning and a set end to most people's lives. Depending on, wow, that guy did not look friendly. I only caught the tiniest little glimpse of him, but he's not gonna be a fun time. It's so weird that this game conjures up so many interesting thoughts. Like, I know it's probably like, especially if you don't never thought about this stuff before, it's obviously very confusing, and I can't on the fly while I'm playing summarize. Oh man, I can't summarize all my thoughts perfectly, but what I can do is I can try to piece together the narrative of what this game is all about and why people reach the reasoning that they do, especially in these circumstances. Which is quite interesting because there's varied opinions on the subject and there's various reasons for why one person would lead down one path and one person would lead down another. Like, in their mind, they would technically, when killing themselves after they've copied their mind, in their minds, they think that when they do that, they are simply leaving their body and then waking up in the, you know, in the arc. And that's a thought. Hello.
This is where I did my scan. And all the others, I suppose.
You don't remember?
My scan was the first. Had to test the scanner before I could start making promises.
Okay, cool. So the WAU was actually created, but then it went rogue, apparently. Troubleshoot. Hello! Error code, the reset router in the sub-level vault or contact maintenance. Okay, so I can't use this thing until I reset the router.
Strasky, come in. I need help in the lab, the scan room.
What happened?
Conrad killed himself after the scan.
Jesus, how?
Maser tool? What should I do?
I'm gonna need to tell Strohmeyer.
No, please! I'm so close. Strohmeyer's gonna shut down the ARC project. It's not my fault people keep killing themselves.
Catherine, what are you gonna do? It's not like you can sneak a 300-pound body out of the lab.
I know.
Catherine, are you okay?
Not even close.
Sounded like she was in shock after what happened. I mean, I can't imagine, like, constantly, every time this happens, you know, you have a sneaking suspicion someone's gonna kill themselves as soon as they're done with the scan. That's gotta be insane.
What?
Check the terminal. I just want to make sure.
What do you want to make sure of? What is it? Compressed Nakajimi neurograph. Okay, Nanami. Erase data? I don't want to erase data. Why would I erase the data? I probably shouldn't just be pushing buttons. Oh, Munchie! 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 Munchie!
David Munchie. How did this... What is this?
Subject... Wait. Jarrett! Jarrett, that was my name. My name's Jarrett. Simon Jarrett, there I am.
Why do you have a file of me?
You are one of Dr. Munchie's templates. A legacy scan.
Ah. Hey, this guy was almost born when I was. I was born June 28th, 1989. Hey, cool. Alright. Post-scan... Alright, let's start at the beginning.
Okay, that's it.
Wow, that was fun.
That's a relief. Still figuring this out, so...
It was freaky. So many lights. What do we do now?
Paul and I are gonna run tests for a week or so, and then we'll work out a roadmap to your recovery.
Oh.
Well, I feel excited. Can't wait to get back to the living.
This isn't gonna end well. I have a feeling.
We've worked everything out. Everything is legal. Vouched for by Dr. Peak and Professor Way.
Oh, that's great news.
No big change in medication. You'll be taking an aspirin every morning, but that's about it. Paul worked out a diet with some variations you should try out. You can continue doing physical therapy. Also, there's some extra cardio training every other day.
Okay, getting complicated.
Don't worry, it's really not. We're gonna keep an eye on you every week, so we'll be able to adjust the plan if needed.
That doesn't really seem like a whole lot of things that you're changing to make things better.
The model was sound. It should have worked.
It's not your fault, David.
Whoa.
I really wish things had turned out differently.
Yeah, me too.
I was supposed to save you.
Hey, you got my brain on file. Maybe you can put it to some use.
Yeah, who knows? You'd be okay with that? Using it for my research?
Sure. It's like a part of me lives on or something. Like a donated organ. You know what sucks about dying?
What?
The crash. Everything up till now. The brain damage. You guys, everything. It's made my life so much more real. I started thinking about all the things I was going to do. I'd never been more excited to be alive. All that hope. Wasted.
Oh,
What's
that's
the
so
legacy scan?
sad.
They're historic templates for AI construction. Any self-respecting engineer wouldn't use legacies anymore, but they're great for learning. They come with every development kit.
So, my brain scan turned into a template for artificial intelligence.
You should be proud.
So much for that mystery. No magic or time travel needed. I was here all along. Waiting for someone to shove a picture of my brain into a suit and hit the power button.
How weird is that? How weird is the thought of that if you just like take a scan of your brain, you would literally like not you in this body, but you as like the entity inside a memory, you would just go on living as if you'd never died.
Welcome to my place. When I started the art project, I pretty much lived in this lab.
That's so bizarre. So bizarre. Okay, I'd still need to reset the thing in the basement. So I need to do the thing in the basement, thing in the basement, thing in the basement, thing in the basement. Anything here that I need, anything here that I can explore. Yeah. I apologize
This is
if-
where I would store the ARC scans.
Are they similar to my legacy file?
No, yours is flatter, if that makes sense, less dynamic.
Thanks. That makes me feel much better.
Weird. Why is this sparking? Should this be sparking? Probably not. Boopity boop boop. I probably shouldn't start playing with things. Okay, so I'm not gonna mess with anything here until I know exactly what I'm messing with, because frankly it would be irresponsible for me to start doing that. Just like it would be irresponsible for me to start erasing data willy-nilly. Okay. Anyway, I was gonna say I apologize if this episode is a little low on action and slow paced, just because there's a lot to explore and there is a lot to understand. And there's a lot to comprehend because there's a lot of things going on here. But how weird is that idea? The entire concept that you, all that you are, could be copied and then moved. And then just restart somewhere else. And it would go on. And then it would follow a different path and become a completely different person than what you would be. That is so weird.
Simon,
Okay.
the last report filed by the staff mentioned struggling with something called a proxy. The proxy we killed was blind, just like Akers, but it listens. Careful, we spotted 2 more by the infirmary.
What do they look like?
Not sure, it seems to be human enough to pass for a crew member at a distance. Tall, dark, and ultimately faceless seems to be what to look out for.
I'll keep my eyes open.
That doesn't sound good at all. So is the way I creating monsters here? Ugh. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Well, this is kind of a lot of humdrum fun going on down here. Oh, goody goody gumdrops. Okay, is this gonna break on me? Oh, I can't wait for that! Oh, okay, I think I'm fine. Oh. Yeah. Well, alrighty then. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. No way in hell am I going through that one. Ugh. Oh, good. It's a dead end. Oh, I sure picked a winner over here. Well, I did my exploring for the day. Ugh. Okay, so anyway, thank you everybody so much for watching. I ran out of time for this episode here, but I just wanted to say that even though this episode was very story-filled, like, for some reason, like, I enjoyed myself here more than I have in the past few episodes, just because there's so much meat to the story to chew into. There's so much things to think about. I need like a whole day to process all of this just so I can keep moving forward in the game. But the next part is probably gonna be really scary. So thank you everybody so much for watching, and as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye! So ready for this. Oh no, I almost look a little scared. Fuck you!